Hey, welcome back. It's Tony talking Car Biz. In this video, we're going to walk through Plan B of what's your best price. So let's get started. Okay, just to recap Plan A in the best price scenario. Plan A was your price recap. This is where we went through and we talked about the best price. It's where we talked about the original price, right? Then we talked about the discount. And then we talked about the sale price. And then we closed. We used, is that in your range? We talked about when they said yes, what to do. In this video, we're going to talk about when they say no, it's not in my range. And so in this video, we're going to talk about what do you say when they say no, it's not in my range. This is what I call Plan B. And this is where we're going to solicit an offer. Okay. Now, I don't mean that we're going to ask them to make us a solid offer. We're going to ask them to give us a range. All right, so we said, is it in their range? They said no. Now we want to find out what their range is. And so when the customer says no, they're either saying no, which is a hard no, or they're saying maybe. As I said before, yeah, but. Okay? So let's go with the maybe. Typically what happens is when the customer says, I say, is that in your range? They may say, yeah, but I was hoping you could do another 300 to 500 more. Or I was hoping you could do a better price. It's been my experience is if you've already recapped and you've said, hey, we've already given you $1,000 discount, oftentimes you'll get an unspoken bump. They might have been thinking $1,500 off of whatever your price was, but now that you validated your original discount, they sometimes will bump themselves in their own head. And so when they say, yeah, but, they might say something like, well, I was hoping you could do another $300 to $500 off. Very common for them, even though you told them a discount, it's very common for them to make you a counter bump. And so what you're going to do here is you're not going to sweat it. What you need to know is the pricing structure of your store. For example, if you're on a $10,000 car and the discount was $1,000, and you know that at your store a typical vehicle in that $10,000 price range has maybe it has a $2,000 markup. So the original discount was $1,000, and they say, yeah, but I was hoping you could take another $300, $400, $500 off. At that point, then you know you still have a little bit of flexibility, and your response needs to be very casual without locking them down. So again, the price was 10, we've taken 1,000 off, bringing it down to 9,000. Is that in your range? Well, yeah, but I was hoping you could do a little better. All right, well, what were you thinking? Another $300, $400, $500? Yeah, I guess if you could do that. What I want you to do there is if they're asking for another $300 to $500 off of your original discount, and you know that your store margin is generally around $2,000 on that $10,000 car, again, you need to know the pricing for your philosophy for your store. All I want you to say at this point is, oh, no problem. Let's do this. When we get together, take it for a spin, and we'll work out a price you can agree to. Very simple. Our original price was this, we've taken off this, bringing it to this, is that in your range? Well, I was kind of hoping of getting another $300 or $400 off. Well, okay, no problem. Let's get together, take it for a spin. If after you've driven it, you still don't think it's worth what we're paying, go ahead and make us an offer. Boom. Pretty simple to do because you're only talking a few $100s. You've got a little bit of flexibility in your pricing, and for the right car, the customer is going to be flexible as well. So if they say, yeah, but, follow up by saying, well, what were you thinking? Another $300 to $500, $200, $300, $400, very casual, very matter of fact, and they're going to say, well, yeah, I guess. Great, no problem. let's get together, take it for a spin, make sure it's everything you hoped it was, and we'll go ahead and work out a deal you can agree to. Notice I didn't say we'll give you another 500 off. What I said was, well, what were you thinking? Maybe another 2, 3, 4, 500? Well, yeah, I guess. Oh, okay, no problem. Let's get together, take it for a spin. Then if it's everything you expected it to be, we'll go ahead and work up a deal that you can agree to. Fair enough? Boom. Then if they say yes to that, what are we going to do? We're going to close. Boom. Right? So very similar to the yes, but we're going to say, well, what were you thinking? Another 2, 3, 4, 500? Well, I was hoping to get another 500 off. Oh, okay, no problem. Let's get together, take it for a spin. If the car's everything you expected it to be, we'll go ahead and work out a deal you can agree to. When would you like to do that, today or tomorrow? Make that a hard close with an alternative. All right? Now, let's talk about the customer who comes back after you've done a price recap and you've already indicated that there's a $1,000 discount. Let's go ahead and talk about that customer. The customer says, no, I was hoping to get $3,000 off, right? So this is the customer who you've already indicated I've given you $1,000 off, but they come back and say, no, I want $3,000 off. Okay, well, guess what? 3,000's not there, but we're not going to tell them 3,000's not there. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to the beginning and we're going to talk about the alternative vehicles, the other vehicles that I had mentioned when I first took the sales call, right? So the customer called in and said, I'm calling on this car. Do you still have it? Yes, yes, we do. When would you like to drive it? Well, I wanted to know if you could do any better on the price. Well, the original price was 10. We took 1,000 off. Now we're down to 9,000. Is that in your range? No, I was thinking like around 5,000. Oh, okay. Well, as I mentioned earlier, go back. It looks like we had 4 or 5 cars in that range. Let's go ahead and take a look at those and see if any of those are in your price range. Remember, if a customer found a car online and they saw that the price was 9,000 and they decided to call your dealership, by default it's somewhere in their range, right? I don't know what their range is, but most people don't call a dealership and look and on a $20,000 car looking to spend 10, right? That's not typical anymore. Now, 25 years ago, before the internet, that might have been the case, but folks are usually looking at cars that are closer to where they want to be. So this idea of a customer asking for an additional $3,000 off a car that we've already discounted $1,000, it's not likely. But what we want to do is we want to offer some alternatives to those customers so that they can either A, change their mind and look at a car that's in their range, or B, step up for the car they really want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, oh, okay, so it sounds like you're looking for the nicest car you could find for around, because I've already given them 1,000 off. I'm already down to 9. They're offering me 3. So is it fair to say you're looking for the nicest car you can find for around 6,000? All right, so you got to be able to do that math in your head. But if they're on a $9,000 car and they want another $3,000 off, they're looking for a $6,000 car. This one's not that car. So we got to move to that. We've got to move to the switch where they go, no, I was hoping to get another $3,000 off. And that's where we're going to go ahead and move into the switch. And we're going to talk about the switch in Plan C, which is going to be our next video. Switch. Okay, so just to recap Plan B. Plan B is where we're trying to get the customer to either tell us what their range is or set the range for them. So we do the price recap in Plan A. It was 10, it's marked down 1,000, giving you our sale price of 9,000. Is that in your range? Nope, not in my range. Well, what were you thinking? Another $300, $400, $500? Well, yeah, I guess. Close. Well, what were you thinking? Another $200, $300? No, I was thinking 3,000. Oh, okay. So it sounds to me like are you looking for the nicest car you can buy for 6,000, or are you set on this car? Well, I really want this car. I understand about this car. If it's everything else, if it turns out to be everything you wanted, would you at least consider it, right? So very often customers will either switch themselves because they discover that the car they're looking at is out of their price range, or they'll bump themselves to get the car they really want. So in the next video, we'll talk more about the switch and how you can use it. This is Tony talking Car Biz. Thanks for watching.